everybody, I am Brandon Jones. This is Kyle Bossman. We are here to talk Pokemon. It's just that simple, right?
There's nothing to this.
That's the only introduction that you need for Brandon Plays Pokemon. This is the shortest amount of progress I think I have made in between episodes, which, okay, you suck it up, Kyle.
I'm so excited about this week's episode.
Which I'm not proud of, but there are two reasons why this episode needs to happen. Why, when I went into it, I was like, oh, I wish I could run around a little bit more. And like, no, I need help.
Okay.
Senpai, I need help.
Yeah.
So first of all, we have corrections.
Always got corrections. Now.
I totally made a horrible mistake. We were all making fun of you last week because you made a couple errors.
Yes.
Your Rhydon, Rhyhorn classic mix-ups, which I even like editing the video after the fact, I had to make sure okay.
Yeah.
Because that'd be horrible if I was like showing the wrong images now. I showed my Pikachu instead of a Raichu. I don't have a Pikachu anymore. I have a Raichu named Sparky.
Yeah.
And I showed my team off, and I showed Pikachu.
Sparky's a beefcake.
Yeah.
Give Sparky some credit.
Pikachu's just adorable. I guess it just defaulted straight to that Pikachu. So that was my bad.
And then I made some senpai errors.
And then, Kyle, I asked very astutely, wouldn't it make sense if there was a Pokemon that could heal other Pokemon?
And of course there is. It's Chansey.
Okay.
Big old Chansey.
But I'm probably not going to catch Chansey in my playthrough.
Chansey's rough. You hate the Safari Zone. You're not going back. You're probably not going to get that Chansey.
I'll probably go back to Safari Zone. I actually forgot that Safari Zone was a place that I could go back to because I'm in that position now.
Sure. I got some tips for Safari Zone, actually, while we're in corrections.
Oh, okay.
So it turns out Candy just only increases the chances of the Pokemon staying longer. It doesn't increase your chances of catching it.
Okay.
Rocks do increase your chances of catching it. And then just the ball is always a percentage chance of catching the Pokemon. It
has been explained to me via social media that the rock is merely a distraction. Pay no attention to the fact that the graphic lands directly on top of the graphic of the Pokemon.
You're hitting it.
And makes a giant impact effect.
Mm-hmm. And it makes them angry. You're absolutely hitting it with rocks.
And then they get angry.
Yeah.
No, you're just distracting them, apparently. According to the internet, that's what's happening.
And then also you can take the quiz in Blaine's gym. It's those machines that look like the old, there's like a rotation, like some sort of film inside of them.
So how do I know if I did the right answers? Are they just random questions? And
you can skip ahead. You don't have to fight the trainers in that gym. If you skip ahead, go around them and take the quiz.
Oh, so it's a quiz or the trainer, one or the other.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In fact, you could still go back to the gym and take that quiz if you so chose.
I kind of want to.
Cool. All right.
I'm kind of tempted.
All right. We'll see how you do.
Do as much of this game as I possibly can. So predictably, I thought I was getting near the end of a journey, not the whole journey, but on a world pass.
Yeah.
And such a thing did happen, but I had a little bit of homework before I went up there. I find it very amusing that the trainer that I was fighting right at the end of my play session last time, before we shot the last episode, was so unique in having 6 Pokemon that it sparked an entire discussion about what does that mean if something has 6, versus not having 6. We talked about the hero's journey. We talked about what makes a hero different.
Yeah.
I actually got a lot of comments via Twitter from people that resonated with that. They're like, I just think you're smart. I just think you know what's up. Of course, I'm like, taking all of that knowledge that we learned from that discussion right into the fight. Turns out all 6 of them are Magikarp.
Yeah.
The guy's like, I like Magikarp.
Yeah. It's all he could catch.
That's it.
How funny is that this late into the game, you find somebody with 6 Magikarp?
Finally fight someone with 6. I'm like, yes. Finally somebody that knows what's up. The guy's like, no, I got
Magikarp.
I'm just at capacity right now. I'm going right in after this fight. I just love Magikarp. I don't know what to tell you.
He's doomed. None of them will ever be a Gyarados because you need to switch out.
I picked up my fossilized, or now recently unfossilized Pokemon.
Yeah.
Which is Ammonite. Which I named Krusty. Because I was not given any information about Ammonite.
Yeah.
All that I knew with Ammonite was a crustacean, or appeared to be a crustacean, with a little shell icon.
Yeah.
So I named him Krusty. I have not thrown Ammonite into a party. I don't know what Ammonite does.
Okay.
This was a travel episode.
Yeah.
I did not do a lot of straining, difficult combat in this episode, and so and I didn't do a whole heck of a lot actually, because I only got a page and a half of stuff. And then I dropped off my old Amber, which I have not picked up yet.
Yes. What do you think it's gonna be?
They told me what it's gonna be.
Oh.
An Aerodactyl.
And then what do you think an Aerodactyl is?
Aerodactyl. I mean, it sounds like a dinosaur, and so I wonder if it's like bone. I wonder if it's like like a fossil. I don't know. It seems like something that would be in a museum that would all of a sudden just come to life and go running around. Just like a big skeleton dinosaur.
All you gave him is an old amber.
Dinoskeletor, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't know what Ammonite was. I still don't know what Ammonite is. We will see.
So you don't even know how to picture the Ammonite.
I don't, yeah.
You're just thinking of a shell and some sort of crustacean inside.
It went straight
shell.
to my box. Didn't bring it out to put in my party and
Didn't
check
even
on
look
its
at
stats or
Pokedex.
anything.
Yeah.
Like, there's lots of stuff to do. I got a big shopping list.
Okay, all right.
Of things that need to happen in this game.
Definitely put that on the list.
Okay, I will go back and check on that. I'm trying to think. Okay, here we go. I go to Fuchsia to get the XP all.
Great.
Which is backtracking. So I'm trying to head back north and see where that takes me from Cinnabar Island. But I'm like, I got to get that XP all because I don't know what other stuff is going to be happening outside of Cinnabar. And this XP all is really exciting, and I want to especially since I'm getting to that point where like maybe I want to level up. Machop specifically. I want Machop to evolve. I want to get to Machoke. I want to get to Machamp.
Yeah.
I want to make that happen. So let me put him in the party. Have Johnny or Sparky or somebody just run around and rip everybody in half, and then I'll sprinkle that XP around to everyone else.
Okay.
I used XP all once, and it immediately went back in the PC.
So how does it work? Remind me how it works, Jones.
I'll tell you exactly how it works. You get experience, and then you have to click through every single Pokemon in your group getting experience.
After every single battle.
After every single battle.
Yeah.
So even after like a trainer battle, if you're fighting 3 things, when you're done, it's like, hey, and the person that directly got experience also gets the bonus experience. So it's not 6 times, it's 7, or even potentially more than that if you had multiple people fight.
Yeah.
So if I just have Johnny go in and do it, it's like Johnny got XP. Johnny also got bonus XP, and Sparky got bonus XP, and Toxie got bonus XP.
So it's just too much.
And Cleo got bonus XP. And you're just like, oh, come on,
mashing.
yeah, because it's just everything is that post fight click. I'm like, if I just added 7 clicks to this thing versus the 3 clicks that I could do to just swap someone out and give them experience that way, I'm like, oh, geez, I don't know. I don't know if XPL would ever be
if you look
practical.
at total time saved, I bet you're right. I bet it is more time efficient to go the other way.
It just hurts my thumb to tap that much at the end of every single fight.
So long at XPL, all right.
Yeah, so that was funny. I did a complete 180 on that object. But,
Jones, I have some information for you, actually.
And I'm glad that they explained it when I picked up the XPL. He's like, if you don't want that to happen, get it out of your inventory. I was like, thank you
That is nice of them,
thanks for
actually.
the help.
Yeah.
Aid.
So while you're doing all this backtracking, it is worth noting, people weren't clear if you knew this or not, you can use the bike wherever, not just on Cycling Road.
Good to know.
You can pull that bike out anywhere and go fast. You can't do it indoors, but anywhere outside as you're biking around, as you're.
And I'm assuming that is
steps.
in my inventory, right?
It sounds like it's in your inventory, yeah.
I wouldn't be able to ride on it if it wasn't.
Right.
But when going through my inventory, I don't remember seeing it in there. So I just go to my inventory, click bike,
Yeah.
and then hop out and ride around.
Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me know.
Well, that's the fans. Thank you, fans.
Thank you, fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get an immediate, if I'd known, like, I'm okay.
You don't move that slow, right?
It's not that tough, yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of what I'm doing right now is not like, excuse me, I gotta get to this very specific point very fast. It's me going into a town and being like, okay, what did I miss? You know? And so I don't necessarily need to zip around. But potentially at the end of this episode, I get a big laundry list of things I need to do.
I'm sorry, Jones, we kind of skipped over something.
Okay.
So you were going north from Cinnabar Island.
Correct.
What happened?
I was going north.
Yeah.
I went immediately from that Magikarp guy. I did a U-turn because I wanted to get the XP all,
Oh,
and I
okay.
wanted to get that fossil.
Sure.
So I go back to Cinnabar to get the fossil. I fly from Cinnabar to Fuchsia to get the XP all, and then I fly back to Cinnabar.
Great. Okay.
Yeah. Quote unquote progress has not happened yet, Kyle. Don't worry.
Okay.
That'll be a big moment. We'll get there. So yeah, drop that XP all right back in the PC.
Yeah.
And then I head north.
Yes.
Great segue, Kyle. So then I head back north. I hit a bunch of swimmers and landfall. I hit land, and it is a little patch of grass and a little patch of like safe area. And then the river keeps going up around the left there. So I'm like, okay, this is going to be one stop of many stops getting back up this river, going back up to Pallet Town. But I got this patch of land here.
Yeah.
There's no trainers here. There's nothing else going on. There's got to be something good in here. And I think it was pretty wild how many different things were in there. I think there were like some pretty low level stuff in there.
Yeah.
Because I think we were close to Pallet Town, and so it might have registered like some low level things. But I got a Tangela.
Tangela is how I would say it.
Tangela.
Yeah.
That would make sense, yeah, because it looks like a bunch of tangles.
Yeah.
I think someone had thrown a Tangela at me before. I think that was a Pokemon that I was forgetting. I think my eyes definitely widened when Tangela popped up.
Yeah.
Got myself a Tangela.
What'd you name it?
I named Tangela Thing. For two reasons. One, if you're any Addams Family's fans out there will appreciate something named Thing that is covered in vines or hair or anything, and you can just see. Oh, we can't even see Thing's eyes. It's just a bunch of hair.
I think you're getting Thing confused with Cousin It.
Cousin It.
Yeah.
Oh, Thing is the hand.
Yep.
Cousin It. Well, my first hit on it was Swamp Thing.
Okay, great.
So, because it was described as, I think it actually said the word swamp.
Yeah.
So I named it Thing.
Cool.
Thank you. Yeah, Cousin It, and Thing. Okay.
Thing's a great name for it, though. I really like that.
Yeah, I like Thing. Well, also because it's what's going on in there, you know.
Sure. Do you think you'll find out?
Probably when it evolves. Yeah, like that'll be like its hair or something like that, and it'll just like pop out from. You got two eyes. At least we know it has two eyes.
Right.
So it's not like Wormtail crazy like bee thing. And sure enough, after putting Jean-Claude in my party, he evolves into Machoke.
Nice.
And so I'm running around this area trying to see if there's something else. I think I got a Tangela like right away, and he was in my party, and then I realized like he's about, I think he was like 28 or 29. I'm like, he's about the same level as everyone else, and strength is a really strong ability. So Jean-Claude's just strengthening everything, just running around this grass patch, just boom, boom, just punching everything, leveling up, leveling
using
up.
the move strength, yeah.
And levels up to Machoke. And so I'm so excited. So I get him. I take Cleo all the way back down to Cinnabar Island. I go to the Poké Center, get healed up. And I'm like, okay, I hit that first grass patch on this river.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to go see what's past
the
it.
The gauntlet lies ahead.
Yeah, here's just going to be this huge, a brand new safari of other grass patches. So I go right past that grass patch, and it's Pallet Town.
Yeah.
Which I was expecting. Which was really
is
nice.
Crazy. It's crazy you expected that.
I mentioned that many, many times, and
Yeah.
you always gave me the nice, kind Kyle Bossman smile. Oh, well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
And that's what I thought was
called
going to
it.
happen. I looked at the map, and I'm like, that just seems like it's going to get me right back up there. And I'm like, well, why didn't I go down here before? Oh, I couldn't surf, obviously.
Yeah, you did. It was funny, John.
Cinnabar Island was right there the entire time.
Surfing didn't even occur to you at that point.
Yeah.
You know, that was not even a thought in your mind that, I can swim in that water eventually. Yeah, that was cool.
And now I'm going to be jumping into Pokemon Sun, and every water bank I go up to him and be like, ha ha.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the sad reality of this show is you'll never be that naive again. Yeah.
But I'm getting smarter.
Yep.
I'm getting better. Sophie's getting better.
We'll get Sophie.
Sophie could be a master trainer at this point. So here we are. We're in Pallet Town.
Yeah.
Now the world is my oyster, Kyle. Mm-hmm. I can go anywhere I want.
Yeah.
To get anything. I have one major concern heading out into this area, which is where the hell is that 8th gym?
Yeah.
Where
is that 8th
I've
gym?
got 7 of these gyms. Mm-hmm. There's got to be another gym out there. If there's another gym leader, where's that gym at? But I have other things to do. I'm like, hopefully I'll bump into that gym.
Did you do anything in Pallet Town?
Not in Pallet Town, no. Not when I was back.
Okay.
There were...
No, honestly, Jones, there's nothing to do.
I went back and saw my mom.
Yeah.
I didn't think she would say anything different to me, but like went back and saw my mom.
Yeah.
Went back and saw Oak.
And
so
he like
said hi to Oak, and he was like, "How many of you got?
Pokédex?
54? That's great."
Yeah.
So yeah, just checked in with everybody, and then thinking of all the things that I want to do. Well, let me just go on a walk.
Yeah, what's on your checklist?
I would have gotten off my bike. Well, first of all, I'm like, I'm just gonna get a kick out of just doing this walk. So I'm like, let me just walk on up to Viridian City. Level 3 Rattatas. Come a long way.
So Viridian City, you went through the woods again?
I went up, just through little grass patches up to your first inter-town trek that I took way back. Brandon Plays Pokemon, part 1. And just loving the fact that these things are so low, just having,
There's a town, though, between Pallet Town and Viridian City. Remember that guy who needed his coffee, and he's like, let me, there's that guy who's lying down on the ground. He's like, I need to make coffee.
The coffee guy is not jumping out at me right now. I do not remember coffee guy.
He's the one who teaches you how to use a Pokeball.
Okay.
It's the first ever mart. You remember you had a parcel for Professor Oak? He's like,
oh, okay.
Go pick up my parcel.
I guess that's a town.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I didn't really mark that as like a...
So you just walked through there?
I guess I just walked right through there,
okay.
yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, just on a super hustle to get to Viridian City. And in Viridian City, over to the west, is the Pokemon League.
So, all right, this is not Viridian City. Then we're talking about the same town right here.
Okay, sorry.
No, that is Viridian City, Jones. I'm an idiot. That's called Viridian City.
Yeah, you get like Vermilion or something. You get that confused with like a forest or something. Okay, you've done that
You're
before.
Right, that's Viridian City. Okay, so you're in Viridian City.
And to the left is the Pokemon League.
Yes.
And I promised myself I wasn't gonna wait. I was gonna wait until I got all the gyms before I went back to Pokemon League, but it's right there.
So you went in?
And I wonder.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's anything new. I wonder if the gym is in there. I wonder
Yeah.
if I get access to some gym.
Yeah.
And the other thing too that says the map is the road is huge.
Yeah.
The road is like a half of the world that goes all the way up past Pokemon League. And so I'm saying yes to everybody. Wow, you got that badge, you got that badge. I'm going by. I'm getting in water. Now I'm swimming past dudes.
How exciting is it? There's statues.
Like, oh, there's so many. I feel like a Treyu at the end of the story. You know, just like out in the middle of the desert, discovering all these like ancient ruins of things. And then, of course, I get to the last room, and he says, "You don't have the last badge. Get
just somebody.
The hell out of here."
It's just somebody in the water too, right? Who's like, "Hey, do you have a badge?" Yeah, isn't it? It's like somebody swimming who's checking on your badges. There
were people in all sorts of crazy places.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like dead ends too. There's a lot of. It's a really weird, big, regal, fancy pants building where there's not a lot going on, but there's a lot of like, what's down here? Oh, a dead end. Okay.
If you consider the space of the rest of this world, a lot is committed to this path of checking to see if you have your 8 badges.
Leading up to the Pokemon League.
Yeah. So you had to have the walk of shame all the way back.
So I did. Yeah, I did.
City.
I did. Unfortunately, had to go all the way back, but it was still worth it. Because I was discovering new things.
Mm-hmm.
Discovering crazy new things in the world is kind of like the theme of this episode. So. Nothing to do in Viridia City as far as I can tell.
Yeah, of course not.
Really got to Really got to find. Really got to find water. There's definitely places I know where I have surf now, so I gotta surf to some places and get some items and stuff. Head north to Pewter City.
Yeah.
Apparently didn't find anything to do in Pewter City. Headed east to Cerulean City. Going through Mount Moon. Nothing but Zubats and Clefairies.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything to push.
Been through
there's
here.
No strength or anything in there.
Yeah, and that was kind of a bummer that there wasn't at least like one strength opportunity that I found.
Mm-hmm.
That might have been the thing that I didn't do in Viridian City or something. But like I thought that would be a very easy thing for them to just, even after development, go back and just, we'll put a rock there and we'll put a TM behind it or something.
Yeah.
But did not get a chance to use my strength. Going back through Cerulean Cave. Mm-hmm. So this is a thing before that I asked you that I was like, there was a wall and there's a jerk on the other side of that wall.
Yeah.
And I tried to figure, I went up all around and I couldn't get there. And you're like, how do you think you get there, Jones? And I'm like, I don't know, Kyle.
Yeah.
How I get there is there was the kind of gauntlet up the bridge,
Nugget
and there's
Bridge.
like the last guy who's like, haha, I'm from Team Rocket.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a little water patch down there, and then you take that river down, and then you get off and you bump into a guy, and he says, this is Cerulean Cave. And I'm like, oh, it even has a name. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
This is totally where I'm going to be. This is where the gym's at. Horribly strong Pokemon live in there.
Yes.
Let's do that. Let's get in there and catch some horribly strong Pokemon. The Pokemon League champion is the only person who's allowed in.
Yes, Jones. Yes.
For someone who doesn't know where the hell I'm supposed to go, no, Kyle, no.
How exciting is that?
Well, it's tricky because it's like, I don't know what it means to be Pokemon League champion.
Okay.
So I don't know if I'm done. I don't know if you roll credits after that. I don't know if the story is done.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I achieve the greatest victory that I can as a Pokemon trainer, and then you incentivize me to go get better Pokemon, why do I need better Pokemon? I'm the best Pokemon trainer.
Mm-hmm. That's a great question, to be honest.
So, and to catch them all, which is not something that I see myself doing, not because it's impossible, not because I don't like this game, but I'm just, time management is
it would tack on
my
another 30
kryptonite
hours.
right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was that made me sad. So especially because I took this awesome sneaky trail down. It's like, yes.
Yeah.
And this dude, this NPC, I could even see from the other side of the wall.
Yeah.
And he's like, turn around, dude. I'm not budging. So got right back on Cleo, headed right back up, trying to find more bodies of water. Headed east to Lavender Town. Found a Pokemaniac by a river that threw out a Lickitung.
Yeah.
And a Pokemaniac. I don't know if I'd fought a Pokemaniac before, have I?
Yeah, I think you have. I think they hang out actually in the Mount Moon. I think you see some Pokemaniacs in there even.
But Lickitung. You got anything to say about Lickitung?
That's a cool Pokemon. It's just a dumb normal type.
Okay.
I think he paralyzes you with his tongue. I think that's his thing. He does lick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how to catch one of those, but Lickitung coming at me. And then also down this path, which is the very, very, very north. I think it's like the there's a body of water that's northeast.
Yeah.
And so I get that, and I'm snaking around. I get off, and there's a trainer. Bump into that trainer, and then there's a power plant.
Yes, Jones, you found it on your own.
I did.
Heck yes.
Well, I'm looking for water.
Yeah.
I think I covered every body of water in the game. I think I went around every darn place that there was water.
Yeah.
And just barriers everywhere. You know, just trying to like. I went by the fishing area and was like, oh, I'm gonna find all sorts of new stuff. No, I mean
barriers.
it's all really closed off. Power plant. I'm freaking out right now.
Yeah.
So going to the power plant, and first of all, I love that there's TMs all over the place in this power plant. Woo! Let's get some TMs.
Yeah.
No,
it's a mimic.
It is. I mean, I guess. I mean, it's a graphical mimic. It's one thing if it's like a chest. If it's a monster pretending to be a chest, it's another thing if it's a Pokemon that looks like a Pokeball that I just can't tell.
That counts, yeah. That counts.
I mean, do you think Jones was fooled? Do you think Jones was like, hey, look at this Pokemon? Ah!
I think the Pokedex entry for Voltorb says something like that. Like, a lot of people confuse these for Pokeballs.
So, but the first one specifically is a Magneton. That is the first thing that I encounter.
Interesting.
Before I even pick up one of these guys.
Okay.
A Magneton comes at me.
Yeah.
Which I catch.
Ooh.
And I name Eric. After Eric Lenchner, Magneto. It's his, Eric's his first name.
Nice. Eric. Let's play chess.
Yeah. Lenchner. Oh, that's terrible. And I obviously got a Voltorb, which I named Ballzap. Ballzap is what I named my Voltorb in Pokemon Go. I was actually walking around and was naming everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I got a couple Pokemon in here that I don't have in red. I should probably name them.
Cool.
And I'll just name them now. And Ballzap came really fast and prominent to the front part of my head. It's not a great name.
No, we get it though. We understand what would take you to Ballzap.
But I think I'm kind of at that point with names where like I need a little Ballzap in there.
Yeah.
Because he's like, you know, he's just he's kind of a smarmy Pokemon, so I like that.
I like
that was a name
eyes.
where I was like, Ballzap. I think it's Ballzap. I think that's where I think I'm settling on Ballzap.
By Job.
An Electrode.
Nice.
Oh no. Oh, which I named Shocker. Which is a villain from Spider-Man, also a decent horror film. Among all those bad horror films that I love to make
There you
fun
go though. This is your living Dex. Now you don't even need to ever touch that Voltorb.
This is my living what? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you have the evolution and the pre-evolution.
That is true. I also got a Magnemite.
Yep.
I actually finished that when I finished the power plant, but I went back in and got a Magnemite. As long as we're rattling off all of the electric Pokemon, Magnemite evolves into Magneton, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have all the different tiers.
It's another lame one where it's just like, oh, there's 3 of it now.
Yeah, it's like Diglett.
Yeah.
Just like there's 3.
Come on.
This is
Magnemite is what?
Magnemite is Dylan, which is Electro's name. Max Dillon, I believe, is Electro.
Okay. All right, so we're switching those around a little bit.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm exhausted as far as electric-based comic book villains are concerned, or heroes.
It's just so funny. Just like I'm Dylan. Okay.
Static Shock. I wonder what Static Shock's name is. That I think he's a DC character.
Yeah.
Electrode. Cleo froze it. It's the first time that's happened.
Ice Beam?
Where Cleo hit something with Ice Beam and froze it.
Yeah.
And then I caught it, and that was really great. And then I see a bird.
Oh baby.
And I knew what to do this time. I'm going through. And it's one thing because it's like when I'm going through and I saw Articuno. Articuno's facing me.
Yeah.
And so Articuno just kind of looks like, hey, I think that's why I was disarmed, because it's just an adorable little sprite. It's like, oh, look at you, cute little bird. But it's like, no, it's a bird type of a much bigger, scary, legendary thing that you have to fight right now. Where this I saw the back of. This was like, bring it. Oh no.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so save it.
It's brooding.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
I hope this is what this is. I hope it's not some like weird talking Pokemon or like some guy dressed in a Pokemon costume who's like, haha, I'm a stupid trainer. You thought you were catching a cool Pokemon. No. It is Zapdos.
Yes.
Zapdos. Rock is in my party. Rock ice beams Zapdos down. 1 Ultra Ball, and it's mine.
Are you kidding me right now, Jones?
Level 50 Rock. Ice beam, Ultra Ball, Zapdos.
That's so lucky. That's incredible.
First Ultra Ball. There's some really dumb Pokemon I've exhausted like 6 Ultra Balls on.
Sure.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Because there's like ball count, if you will, is not something that comes up that I make a note of.
Yeah.
And I was like almost underline that. Like, wow, I was not expecting.
That is super
good. I thought that was gonna be a drag out fight. I didn't reload that save. I didn't need to. I got him.
Nice.
So got me a Zapdos. named my Zapdos Zeus because Zapdos comes down from the heavens and spits lightning at everybody.
And Articuno's Rock, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So we got lots of legendary things happening there.
It's cool. Rock's in the party, actually. I wasn't aware that it was
Rock is Rock basically replaced Bert. I love you, Bert.
Out.
Bert's great, yeah.
Okay.
Bert's great, love you, Bert.
Sure.
But Rock's legendary.
Okay.
Rock comes preloaded. Rock actually only has 3 abilities, so I'm looking forward to, well, we're getting into TMs later, so.
Sure. So now you have 2 legendary birds. Who gets in the party?
Rock, probably still. Although, again, I need to go back and check out Ammonite, see what Ammonite's up to.
Sure.
And I've yet to put in Zapdos into my party.
Sure.
Because, again, not so much with the combat right now, with this episode, really just, like, running around trying to figure out, what did I miss?
So we have Articuno, Zapdos. Is there a chain? Is there some weird...
No, stop it.
It's just those last 3 letters of those 2 names.
Those last...
There's a pattern here. There's a pattern that's developing. I don't know. We'll think about that later, I guess.
Okay.
Huh.
The last 2 letters?
Last 3 letters.
The last 3 letters.
Huh.
So the dose.
And Articuno.
Oh, okay. Is it trace? Is it something trace?
Do you think there's a trace?
I don't know. Well, how many? Did they tell us how many the bird Pokemon there are?
I don't believe they've told you yet.
Specifically,
no.
I know they exist, but they haven't said how many there are. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that. There's a little. Yeah. Huh. Yo hablo español, Señor Bossman. So then I go back in because I'm like, I got to be missing something. Nobody in here too. Are there any trainers in there?
I think it's just Zapdos.
Yeah, it's just
took it over.
Just this burnout power plant.
Yeah, I think that's really the thing to discover in there.
Kind of like the building on Cinnabar Island too. There's just rubble everywhere, and thankfully no tricks or any like doors I had to unlock or something. Just had to get through there. Go back in, catch a Magnemite, and then I'm excited. I got a new Pokemon, but I'm freaking out because I have no idea where this damn gym is. I was like, I thought I had it. I thought.
Oh, you thought the power plant was.
So
the gym.
I go in the. Well, no, I didn't think it was the gym, but I thought maybe behind it, or I get a key, or I'd get an item. I get an SSN ticket that would tell me to go to someplace else. So I'm just like, okay. I find one river path. There's a door I can't get to until I'm Pokemon Champion. I find another river path. I get a sweet Pokemon. I'm grateful for that. I get to see Lickitung for the first time. That's it's always a pleasure seeing new Pokemon. But as I'm like going back up this thing in the other direction, I'm just like, crap. There's got to be something else I'm missing.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, we're not going to crunch hard here, folks. I go back through Rock Tunnel, leveling up Cleo because Cleo's now late 20s. I think Cleo's now 30.
Nice.
So Cleo can now hold her own or its own. Gyarados, do we know?
Oh, it'll be assigned. You will get assigned sexes when you bring them into your new games.
Bring them into like Pokemon
Sun and Moon.
Will that work?
Yeah.
Even though I have that downloaded on my 3DS.
Heck yeah.
So I can still transfer that information. Okay. Phew. And found a couple trainers that I'd missed in Rock Tunnel.
Nice.
That's it. Beat them up.
Yeah, probably crushed them. They were probably nothing to you.
Definitely crushing.
Yeah.
Went surfing south of Lavender Town, like we were saying with all of the fishermen and stuff like that. Totally think I'm going to strike gold here. Oh, man.
Yeah, the gym's got to be
there's going to be all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
I got that one TM.
That's just hanging out on its own little island? Yeah.
TM 16 Payday.
Cool. Not a great move. Honestly, not a great move.
All right.
Novelty move.
But I thought it would be like, does it get you more money or something?
Does,
okay.
Yeah. You just pick up some money off the ground at the end of the match.
You pick up some money off the ground at the end of a match, even if they're wild random Pokemon?
Yeah, I think if you do Payday. Maybe.
Okay, cool.
That's a good question.
If you do Payday during the battle.
I just thought of another correction.
Okay.
I told you Roar would move your opopponent's Pokemon.
Not in Gen 1.
Yep. Yeah.
Somebody said that on Twitter.
You're paying attention these 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Nice, cool. Not in Gen 1, yeah.
But I appreciate how many games there have been, man? Like 10?
Yeah. Well, no. I think we're on the 8th gen is what we're walking into now.
Yeah. That's fine, Kyle.
Okay.
I'll forgive you.
Yeah.
If you mess up what can be done in one gen versus another. Got Payday from that dock I couldn't reach before. Saw a guy in Celadon hiding behind a water patch. It's like his front yard. It's like a house. There's an old dude, glasses, and he's got a little like swimming pool in front of his front yard.
Yeah.
Something that I probably would have walked by first time I was in Celadon. I'm like, how the hell did I get to that guy? Just like, I probably get in the back door. Something opens up later. No, you swim. You surf to that man.
Yeah.
I surf to him, and he's like, I like you. I like your style. There's a TM 41, soft boiled.
Yeah. That's that move. That's Chansey's heel move.
That's Chansey's heel move. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Which brings us to, so that's it. I mean, I'm in Celadon right now. I have no idea what I'm missing in this world.
Yep.
after having gone to every single city and walking the perimeter of the city all the way around.
What mysteries are
I
out
didn't
there?
go back into buildings. Maybe it's a building thing. I need to talk to people again.
Where's that 8th gym?
God,
When you check your profile, it's still a question mark. It's still where do I even go?
So before we get into that, and before we can basically talk about like what next I have to do.
Yeah.
I mean, do we want to talk? I believe I got to everybody, that I caught. Oh, I caught a Firo as well.
How come?
Just out and about in the world.
Just never seen one before?
I had seen one in battles, but I had never seen one out in the wild. And I never had my Spearow Choco in the party, so he never leveled up.
So what is Firo?
Big Bird.
Big Bird, that's great. That works.
He looks like Big Bird.
He does not look like Big Bird.
He kind of looks like he's a bigger bird.
Big Bird is so friendly, has a big round head.
Oh yeah, he's aggressive. Yeah, but he's got like kind of the
beak.
Yeah, he's got the beak.
Yeah, they share a beak.
And that is everything that I caught, so that brings us up to date.
Zapdos,
and this is everything. Well, I mean, Zapdos.
That's incredible. That's such a good catch. Well done.
So don't mess around with Big Bird if I have Zapdos.
Not really. You don't want to mess around with either of them. Zapdos is kind of redundant because Sparky's so high leveled at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I also wrote down every single TM that I have caught so far in this game, excluding, actually, I don't believe I wrote down TM41. And I don't think I wrote down, I wrote down 6.
So you went
down Soft Boiled.
You went through Jones's PC.
I went through Jones's PC. I did not look this up on the web.
Nice.
This was, you cannot tell what the TMs are in the thing. I had to take a block of them into my possession. Yeah. Write down TM was the loaded up. What is it? Okay, that.
And then so do you want me to just say if that's a good move or not?
If it's a good move or not,
okay.
And if you know somebody that has frequented my party as of late, that might appreciate that move.
Great.
TM03 Swords Dance.
Ooh, I love Swords Dance. So Swords Dance is a move that increases your attack.
Okay.
If you do this even twice, if you do it 3 times, your Pokemon is so beefy.
Okay.
So it'll be really good for, it's good for the meta. It's good for trainer battles there's a lot of Pokemon coming up.
Okay.
It's good for long-term battles. So it's good for your Pokemon who are more attack focused. And what sucks is in Gen 1, Jones, it's not split as clearly as it will be split in the future, but there are Pokemon who have higher attacks and they have special attacks, like me hitting you with my fist as opposed to like shooting a little beam at you.
Right.
And then they make a division amongst the moves themselves, which ones are hitting you with my fists, as opposed to which ones are little beams at you. So it definitely means more later on, but any Pokemon who you think is an attacker, is someone who fights with their claws, though that's apparently just divided amongst type. Apparently, like water types, no matter what water move they're using, I'm shooting a beam at you. You with claws. So we might have to look it up. That might be best for? But your brawler. That's who to use Swords Dance for.
Well, Jean-Claude probably.
Yeah, if Jean-Claude can learn Swords Dance, heck yeah. I bet they won't let him. I bet it's too much of a finesse move.
TM06 Toxic.
Toxic, I love Toxic.
Okay, we're 2 TMs out of like 20.
I love Toxic. So I'm not going to be this enthusiastic. So Toxic is a special kind of poison.
Okay.
So it doesn't do any damage besides poison the opponent. However, it's a poison that stacks. So let's say I do 1 chip of damage the first turn that I'm toxified. The next, 2 chips of damage. The turn after that, 3 chips of damage.
That's pretty hot.
And then 4. And so it just keeps stacking and stacking. It's such a good move. Almost any Pokemon can learn it.
Okay.
So I would use that on a Pokemon who has a lot of HP, who is going to play the long game against an opponent. But yeah, I think anyone in your party will be able to learn Toxic. So I would use it for somebody who's got a lot of HP, a lot of defense, who's ready to tough it out.
Payday we can skip.
Yeah, skip Payday.
TM07 Horn Drill.
Horn Drill's all right. I don't like the Pokemon who learn Horn Drill, but I think it's a strong attack.
TM09 Takedown.
Takedown I hate because you take damage for doing Takedown. So it's a strong normal type move, but you're going to take damage for using it.
TM14 Blizzard.
Blizzard. So Blizzard is a high risk, high reward move. I think it has an accuracy of 80 or 85, but does a ton of damage. It's the Hydro Pump of ice types. And so it's probably worth teaching to Rock. I wonder if Gyarados could learn Blizzard. But yeah, it's cool. It's a good move. But, it could miss, is the thing.
TM18 Counter.
Counter's weird, man. I think you can probably get what Counter is. It just, if the Pokemon chooses to attack you with a move that is an attack focused attack, you'll.
But how are you gonna know?
Back. Yeah.
And I would just rather spend that time beating up that Pokemon.
I do not think Counter is popular in the meta. I'm not positive, but I don't think it's a popular one.
TM20 Rage. I think somebody's got Rage.
Yeah, Rage, dude. Do you like Rage? Do you like using it?
Not really.
Yeah, I think it's like a continued attack. I don't remember. It's like Thrash, maybe. Ugh.
I think Johnny wanted to learn Rage
Rage
at some point.
Is building. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan of Rage.
TM21 Mega Drain.
Mega Drain's cool. Grass Pokemon learn Mega Drain. And so, I don't know if you have any. Who's your... you have a Gloom. Toxie. Is Doxie still in your party?
Yeah.
Heck yeah, with Mega Drain.
Right now. Yes. Toxie's in my party.
So Mega Drain might be the best, most damaging move that Toxie could learn, besides Solar Beam. But what's cool about Mega Drain is you get a percentage of the HP back.
Oh, okay.
And so you can be you can have it poisoned and you can have it leech seeded, and then you can be doing Mega Drain on top of that. It's just a messy Pokemon. And Toxie could probably also learn Toxic on top of that.
Sweet.
Oh man, you could make Toxie a real beefcake.
All
right.
TM22 Solar Beam you mentioned.
Oh yeah. So the sucky thing about Solar Beam is it takes one whole turn to charge.
All right.
To me, it's not even worth using.
Okay.
I think it does 120 base damage or whatever. But yeah, for one whole turn, you gotta like charge it up. Eventually, there are ways around it, but I think in this game, you just have to deal with that, which is nasty.
TM25 Thunder.
Thunder is the Blizzard for electric Pokemon.
Okay.
It's that high risk, high reward attack, and I think you only get 5. You know, it's just that type of thing where it's like I'm my ace in the hole.
TM26 Earthquake. Same thing for rock types?
Earthquake! No, because Earthquake is 100 accuracy. I love Earthquake.
Whoa.
So Earthquake is basically the flamethrower or the thunderbolt of ground types. I think it's a ground type for sure. Whoever can learn Earthquake, put it on. I love that move.
What's ground type? What's just popular examples of ground type?
I think Rhyhorn Rhydon, they might be ground type.
All right.
Yeah, but I think a lot of Pokemon are willing to learn Earthquake.
Does Earthquake hit flying Pokemon?
No.
Nice.
Yeah.
TM29 Psychic.
Psychic, yes, man. I mean, that is a really good 100% accuracy, 90 damage for any Pokemon.
Didn't you say Grimgrin might know that right off the bat?
Ooh, if it can, yes. I don't think it'll learn it because it's Ghost type.
Okay.
Your Psychic types will learn Psychic easily.
Like Abra and stuff?
Yeah.
TM30 Teleport.
Teleport, I mean, that's a novelty move. It will teleport you out of a dungeon. And out of a random encounter if you want to get out of that as well.
Oh, so it's like Dig, but a little more functional?
No, less functional. It does 0 damage. So if I'm in a random encounter and I do teleport, you just get out of it automatically.
Oh, but if I do Dig in a battle, it'll actually do something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll do damage.
Okay. Like Dig. TM32 Double Team.
Double Team increases your evasiveness. This is the kind of move I like to do.
Okay.
Because it's debaggy.
Good to know. You like to do evasive moves, Kyle?
Yeah, I do.
Make a note of that right there, that you like to do evasive moves.
Yeah. It just makes you harder to hit.
Okay. Still going to hit you, Kyle.
Yeah.
You can evade all you want. TM33 Reflect.
Reflect? Ooh, Reflect, I think I get it confused with the
Counter?
other one. No, it's Mr. Mime has 2 of these moves. It either increases your defense or increases your special defense.
Okay.
So, the moves that attack or the moves that are energy beams.
Yep.
One of those 2 Reflect. I think it's energy beams for Reflect.
TM35 Metronome. You explained Metronome like last week, because I got it last week and I
It's a funny move. It's just a random, any move in the game Metronome can do.
Okay, weird.
It's not worth doing, but it's a fun roll the dice attack.
TM36 Self-Destruct. That's just when you blow up, right?
Yep.
I've seen that in action many times.
And it only does 100 damage. Not worth it.
TM37 Egg Bomb.
Yeah, I don't think many Pokemon can learn Egg Bomb. Obviously,
execute.
Yeah. And I think it learns it anyway. I don't know. Why bother? Chansey probably learns Egg Bomb as well.
TM39 Swift.
Love Swift.
Ooh.
Swift is a move that never misses. And I think it's a normal type move.
Okay. TM40 Skull Bash.
Skull Bash, you lower your head first, I think. So it's another move where it's like, don't take 2 turns.
Okay.
Yeah.
TM41 Soft Boil, which I just got. That's the heal.
Then we think in Gen 1, only Chansey can learn.
Just in case I catch a Chansey, you never know. TM42 Dream Eater, you explained to me, but I've completely forgotten.
I love Dream Eater.
Yeah,
It's such a
I remember
nasty move. You have to be asleep. The Pokemon has to be asleep. but I think it's a psychic type that does 100 damage if they're sleeping. And then, much like Mega Drain, you get health back for doing Dream Eater.
Deadly.
Yeah.
TM44, Rest. I think I've had Rest for a while.
Yeah, Rest is... I think you spend 3 turns sleeping, but you fill up your HP.
Okay. You can only use that in battle?
Yeah. And so that's maybe like a meta move. You have potions that take 1 turn to fill up your health. Like, why bother? Yeah.
TM45, almost done. Thunder Wave.
Thunder Wave paralyzes. Very cool. Very valuable.
And I think my Raichu
already has Thunder Wave. Absolutely.
And TM46, Psy Wave.
Psy Wave is a less powerful psychic.
Okay.
It's another just, I'm doing an energy beam, but, you know, less good than psychic, so why bother?
So, Kyle, it is me, Johnny, Sparky, Toxie, Rock, Graboid, because I'm traveling.
Wait, who's Graboid?
Graboid is my Diglett. Who also knows Dig? I also have the Underminer, which is my Diglioto, or what's the...
Doug Trio.
Diglioto
is close, though.
But they both know Dig. I'm not using it for combat, so it doesn't matter.
All right. Dig just gets you out of places you don't want to be.
Right, but that's what I'm exploring places to see if I want to be there.
I gotta get out of here.
So that's what I'm doing right now. So that's why he's in there. And cool. Cleo, my Gyarados.
Great.
So
the fan art would be all of you just searching around.
Yeah, all of us.
Like, what are we gonna
yeah, it'd be the. I love that somebody put up the Pokemon Go of Travolta from Pulp Fiction. Like,
yeah, it is that.
Now what? Went to saw the guy in Celadon. I'm in the big Celadon city, and I don't know what to do, Kyle. I want to be the very best. I want to tell everybody right now that, like, hey, this is all the progress that I can make this week. But right before we started shooting, I was playing a little bit at the group stream. Everybody was playing Ghostbusters, and I was in the back. I was on my 3DS, and I figured it out. I saw it. You know, I saw that building. I was like, oh, that's totally where I want to go. That didn't happen.
Yeah.
I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. I feel bad asking you. Like, I feel bad, like, asking for dumb hints. I feel like I'm disappointing the audience. What we can do is I can just, like, try. But, like, if I am told what I'm supposed to do and given a clue to kind of point me in the right direction, the odds are the next episode of Brandon Plays Pokemon could be a monumental episode of Brandon Plays Pokemon. Or I could literally... It couldn't happen next week, because I would just come back to you next Tuesday and be like, guess what, Kyle? I still have no idea what the hell I'm supposed to do.
No, because you're right. You will do that, and then it'll probably be the last episode. I think we should do it, because basically you talked about how this is the episode that kind of was the episode where you recap everything. You've discovered all the areas.
I went back around. Yeah, I haven't gone back and watched the episodes, so I didn't go back and get Ditto. I did, so like there are a couple things I know I missed. This was specifically, where's that gym? Where is the, me trying to figure out what are the areas that I haven't been to.
You found the power plant.
I look at that map and I've
found the cave, man. You found all the secret areas. You've been to them all. You've been to every single area in the game.
Okay.
The gym is in an area you've already been to.
Oh, jeez.
And it's one that you did not pay a lot of attention to.
Okay. And it says gym out front, right?
Heck yeah.
So you're deciding that I need to go back, that you need to tell me now, because you want that satisfying next episode.
Yeah, I feel like we should just tell you, mercifully.
Okay.
I feel everyone is feeling free right now.
Well, I mean, just, what is it? Is it Viridian?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
The second town that you go to.
That's what is so cool about this game. The last gym is that first town that you go to.
And it was locked for some dumb reason, right?
Yeah.
And it's just magically not locked now.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It is just magically not locked now.
So once you finish the gym on Cinnabar Island, that door unlocks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You're right. That's not fair. How would you have known? But
no, I wouldn't. Yeah. No. I think if I had, I probably would have made a note of that. Well, one of the other things too is that if this was a like 13-year-old Jones, if this was like a 15, I'm trying to figure out how old I was when like that first game came out. If this was at the time, I would have made a map. I would have read Nintendo Power. I would have, I would have been all over this, been like, I got to get all the pieces of information.
Yeah.
So I probably would have just like had a checklist somewhere in my school notes of like the gyms that I've been to and been like, okay, that one done, that one locked, that one, and I think I remember when I went to even going to Cinnabar Island and seeing that one locked and being like, oh, that's locked. Wasn't there another gym that was locked? Like, wasn't there?
Jones,
did I get into all the gyms? Because I remember there were some gyms I couldn't get into, and then, well, now I have the ability, and now I can go back.
I mean, that was episode 1 of Brandon Plays Pokemon.
But I forgot that was just,
That was episode 1. How would we expect you to remember? Yeah.
I could just go. Well, I could watch the episodes. I could just go back.
Yeah.
Just go back and watch it. But I would feel worse about, you know, having this misstep if you know, you've been like, okay, here's what you got to do. Okay, you remember you went back to that one area. You got to go back there. You got to talk to this guy. He's going to give you an item. Then you got to take that item to this other place.
Yep.
You got to get this ability you totally missed because you didn't talk to that guy a third time. And then you get that thing and you do whatever. Like, I was there. I did it.
Yep.
It's in my notes. I have the tools. I just completely forgot. You were just waiting for it too, because I'm so I'm back in Pallet Town. You're like, yes.
Yeah. And then you're like, I go north and nothing there. And so then I'm through here. I'm like, wait, hold on, Jones, wait.
It was funny too, because we were setting up. I think you were actually like lifting something or moving something.
Yeah.
And I was like, Brandon Plays Pokemon tonight, and you were like, oh, cool. Did you get another badge? I'm like, no. You're like, really?
Yeah. You did
and I was
walk
like,
right through the town.
And I was like, no, I didn't. And you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I was like, whoops.
And then I figured you went to Pallet Town and then just started flying around, but no, you really hung out in
I really went up there, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was the glitz and glamour of the Pokemon League. I think that's what. Wasn't there something I should do?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I checked the map too much. And there's just that giant Victory Road all the way up there. Well, my goodness.
What kind of gym do you think there is in there?
I don't know. We go going through all the types here. Maybe like a legendary gym or something.
Oh.
Maybe like
yeah, normally
Masters, because that's the one that's right next to the Pokemon League, so it does kind of make sense. Yeah, that's like one of the last gyms.
Normally, I'll play cute with you and be like, oh, maybe. No, that's a really cool idea that never exists. There's no such thing as
because all of the pros wouldn't be in that gym; they'd be someplace else. It's just the type I haven't done yet, and I haven't been keeping a list or something and checking them off. So ice gym. You asked me about ice type
right
last time, and I just did a fire gym, yeah. Well, see, okay, so we have a problem now, Kyle.
What's the problem?
I'll tell you the problem that we have. We record this right after the Easy Allies podcast.
Yeah.
We have a guarantee with our patrons that we deliver to them the podcast at a specific time and date. When I finish the recording of this, I put this in the computer and I'm like, okay, I'll cut Brandon Plays Pokemon as soon as I can. You know, it's Sunday.
It comes to Sunday.
Sunday seems to be the day, but like I try to get it done, you know, sooner than that. But getting back to playing Pokemon Red will really only be when I have like free time and stuff. You're gonna leave here, and the first thing I'm gonna do before rearranging this couch, before transferring that footage to the computer, before working on the podcast, before doing any damn thing, I'm going straight.
So you're excited to do this?
Oh man, I can't wait. Now that I
great.
know where it is, and it's not some dumb thing that I missed or some item that I haven't gotten, or worse yet, you're gonna be like, "You're so close, Jones. I'm not gonna tell you."
Yeah,
I'm like,
No,
you know,
I think that would have been douchey.
because it would be the world. It would be the entire world. I would literally have to go everywhere, and the last place I would go into is a gym because I'd be like, "I've done them all."
Yeah.
Did you know as a kid? Do you remember as a kid? Did you go right back?
I got lost a lot.
Okay.
I got lost many times where you finally found it. When you found a way, I was having the hardest time as a kid. I'd have to talk to friends and say, where do I go? What do I pick up? Like, oh, go to Dig. It's like, where? Where's Dig? You know, I got lost so many times.
I'm satisfied with your power plant reaction. That made me feel really good.
Oh yeah, exactly. That was cool, Jones. Yeah, heck yeah.
That actually did find that. Well, there. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
So
what's so funny? I'm like 46 hours into this game, and I'm like, that's it.
Yeah. So what's your vision? What's your vision for next week's episode?
My vision for next week's episode is that I finish this game, that you and I will trade.
Yeah.
I would like... Well, here's the question. The one thing that would make sense for me to trade would be one of the starters. Because it's the only way I can get those, right?
Yeah.
I can't get Squirtle or... oh, boy.
Bulbasaur. So, I mean, I don't have those. I don't have either of those.
Oh, because you also got Charmander?
Yeah, I can't give you anything. Another thing, Jones, that I should tell you, that was heavily advertised at the time. Pokemon Blue has Pokemon you cannot catch in Pokemon Red.
Okay.
So there's a lot of Pokemon where you're like, I haven't even found that one yet. You can't.
That I get to see in the game. The trainers will throw at me, but will not be in the wild. There's no way to actually catch them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tricky.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I knew there would be, because obviously why make the two different versions, so I knew there was some crossplay there, but I didn't know that they would, that I thought they weren't in Pokemon Red, meaning like trainers didn't have them. Right. They're not even in this world.
No, they tease you.
Because it's a separate world.
You're like, oh, cool, Scyther. And then like, no. Yeah.
That is a whole another context wormhole that we can slip into is why are there 3 different versions of these other dimensions?
I think they might be other. Honestly, I think they might be other dimensions. And later on in later games, they go into other dimensions. They go there. It's crazy, yeah.
Are we going into other dimensions in Sun and Moon? Do you know any plot details?
I do not. No, I'm pretty media blackout because I want to share this with
we might have some media blackout people here.
Yeah, please, please never share us links to the new Pokemon.
But it's tricky because the fourth wall's coming down. I got Pokemon Go now. I'm catching Psyduck, another crazy thing. Whoa, who are these crazy people? Actually, can I just for the record, just so people know?
Sure.
I just want to point out the Pokemon that I have in Pokemon Go.
They're gonna want to know what your level is too.
I'm level 7.
They're wanting to know what team you're on.
I'm the red team.
Oh, of course.
Because red. Because was Pokemon red? Easy Allies red? It was red. I was going to go with the red theme.
All right.
Are they bad guys?
Valor it's bad because it's popular.
Oh, okay.
I think that's really what the theme is. And so you're cool if you're blue, and you're a weirdo if you pick yellow, I think is how the teams have gone down.
That's Psyduck, right? I named him Scrooge, but
that's Golduck, man.
Golduck.
That's the evolution of Psyduck.
The evolution of Psyduck. Nice.
How cool is that guy?
He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I got Golduck. I got Ballzap, who I have now, but at the time I didn't have him. Everybody else is pretty much there. Oh, I have a Sand Scratcher. What's a Sand?
Sandshrew, Evolution Sand Slash.
I have a Sandshrew.
Okay.
I named him Imhotep.
Nice.
Which is the mummy.
So I think Sandshrew is one that you will never find in Pokemon Red.
Oh, okay. Well, at least I got him in here.
Yeah.
Look at everybody I got. I got Alexi and Nasher and Tink and Choco and Mesa. I have Norbert, who's a Meowth.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Is Meowth in red?
I don't think so.
I've seen people throw out Meowth, and of course I'm familiar with Meowth because I could hear his voice in my head from this.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I have Alan, my Caterpie. And I couldn't tell. Oh, Alan for Alan Rickman, who played the Caterpillar in one of the last roles that he ever played, unfortunately, in the Alice in Wonderland films.
Ooh, nice.
I don't know if he's in the second Alice in Wonderland film. I don't know if they got him in the can to do that before he passed. But so again, it's good that I'm wrapping this up because the Pokemon world is bleeding into my brain from outside sources. Yeah. So it's time for me to put the final context.
We can't keep you pure for long.
I know it's finally done. I even look back at part 1. I'm just like, oh, the innocence.
Isn't it weird though to see
the trainer I used to be?
Because in this game, they're sometimes grotesque illustrations of these Pokemon that are completely untrue to what they actually look like.
I think the two big things we can get into this more into the next episode and possibly one more if there is another episode is the speed of play I'm looking forward to in Pokemon Sun and seeing these things from all angles and having them not be super cool from one angle and then you rotate them just ever so slightly and what the heck is that thing? So yeah, I'm looking forward to the Pokemon that I love, that I've grown to love, looking better. Hopefully they're in the game. Hopefully I can get them.
I love that they've said any Pokemon you catch in Red and Blue on the eShop, you'll be able to transfer into Sun and Moon.
Great, then I'm set.
Isn't that cool?
So it's funny. So I was, I'm looking at this. I'm like, this might be a shorter episode of Brand Plays Pokemon. They were short. This show started being like 30, 40 minutes long, and then we just, can't shut up talking about all this stuff, and we pushed the hour mark. I have no idea how long this ended up being, but
we're probably in an hour.
This feels like a decent episode of Brand Plays Pokemon.
Yeah.
Apologies if I called it the TM Showdown. Apologies if that was a little dull for viewers, but I'm glad that we got through all of those.
I'm sure they're shouting at me. I'm sure that I did so much bad stuff. To me, I just told you my favorites.
But that's it.
Yeah.
But that's what I want to know.
Yeah.
The alternative to that is me going to the PokeWiki and looking up these TMs and seeing all sorts of stuff that's just gonna skew my opinions in all sorts of crazy directions. So
I want to give you one last
for better or worse, I'm getting all my info through you.
One last opportunity, Jones, because you're getting all your information through me.
Okay.
For me to tell you how to evolve some of the Pokemon in your party before you get this 8th badge, before you potentially complete the game.
Let's do it. Because other people in the party tell me Sophie's just murdering a dog in the alleyway. It's fine.
Great.
It's my Growlithe. She's very defensive of our property. Yeah. Okay. Well, Eevee's one of them, right?
We can talk about Eevee. Eevee's not in your party though.
Eevee's not in my party right now, but Eevee is an alternate.
Toxie's in your party.
Right.
Is Machoke's in your party?
Machoke is not in my party at the moment.
Oh, okay.
For Diglett, I'll probably because Diglett's just Diglett is my dig slave.
Okay. Brandon.
Yes.
The way to evolve those Pokemon is through trade.
Oh.
You must trade those Pokemon for them to evolve. Then you must trust your friend to give them back to you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So Toxie doesn't evolve until I trade Toxie?
Oh, Toxie might be Leaf Stone, actually. We should try it. I don't actually remember if it's Leaf Stone. It might be Leaf Stone. I think Toxie is a Leaf Stone.
Okay.
But yeah, Machamp is an evolution through trade.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, Toxie's Leaf Stone. Use a Leaf Stone on that Toxie.
I don't know if I have a Leaf Stone. I could probably go buy it somewhere. I could probably go buy it somewhere.
At the department store. At Celadon City, most likely, yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to do it right now?
No.
You want to evolve Machoke? You're good? Having Machoke as a Machoke forever?
We're gonna trade Machoke. We're gonna do a trade right now. That you want to? Okay.
And then it evolves.
Okay.
We might have to cut because I think my 3DS is in my car.
Okay. We can cut.
Do you want to do that?
We can do a cut. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's a good way to end it.
No, right here. I'm right here.
Let me run. Oh wait, let me run to the. I'm in Celadon, so it might take me a little bit.
Cool.
Talk amongst yourselves.
We can just have a nice little.
Wait, I can just fly. I can fly anywhere I want. Hold on.
So Jones, I do not know how this works with the 3DS trading.
Okay.
You know, we used to have link cables as kids.
Oh, you don't know how this works now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This will be a discovery for both of us.
All right. Oh, you go to the Poké Center, yeah, and then you talk to this lady up there, right?
Yeah.
Talk to the lady in the Poké Center. Okay, well, let me get. Okay.
Okay.
You know, talking to her.
Sorry, I had to heal him up first.
Welcome to the Cable Club. Please apply here. Before opening the link, we have to save the game. Please wait.
Jones, saving on the cart used to take forever. This is so nice that saving is instant.
Invite a partner to play with you. Join a partner who has issued invitation. So should I invite you?
Invite me. Invite me to your
I'm
game.
inviting a partner to play with me.
Cool.
Looking for a partner to invite. Please wait.
I see. So this is now all done on the bottom screen, everybody. This is weird. This used to be done with a link cable in ancient times. So join a partner who has issued an invitation.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry, we're not showing footage of this. Okay, whoa.
Oh, okay. So your 3DS is named K. Mine is named Goliath.
Interesting. All right.
Why'd you name it K?
I bought this used.
Oh,
so
okay.
I don't think I did.
Cool.
Start. Where would you like to go?
Trade Center.
Trade Center.
Coliseum is next week.
Where we battle, right?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
There you are. Hey, bud.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Just a moment.
Please wait.
Oh my goodness, this is exciting, Jones.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so you can actually see the names of the Pokemon on my team.
Yeah.
Is there anyone there that you don't have yet? So we can add that to your Pokedex.
Oh, there's all sorts of stuff I don't have there. I don't have a Hypno, I don't have a Primeape, and I don't have a Dugong.
Which would you like? What do you want?
Well, but I'm trading you Machoke, and then I'm trading him back.
Yeah, but it will still appear in your Pokedex just for having it for 1 second.
Let's get just a Hypno.
Cool.
Hypno.
Jones, we should capture this on your phone, and you can edit in that footage.
Okay.
So it says waiting. So I guess we're doing, a little local 3DS connection. Yours says waiting as well?
No, I haven't selected.
Oh, okay. All right, we're doing some fancy footage here.
Okay, so I selected Machoke. I'm hitting try.
Oh, and most of the action, Jones, is actually going to happen on this guy. So do you want to get both at the same time,
sure,
I guess?
There you go. Machoke and Hypno will be traded. Trade. Both trade. Oh.
Here we go. Hypno going away. Going in that tube.
Whoa. Whoa.
So now you got a Hypno.
Okay.
Pack up that Machoke.
Get him up in there tube. Yeah, head over there.
How weird is this?
I love the classic Game Boy that it goes into. That's so great.
Yeah.
You take good care of Machoke, Kyle. Oh.
Jean-Claude is evolving. Here we go. Here we go, baby.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's so great.
Okay. Now I'm going to give this guy back to you.
Alright.
Cool.
So now I select Hypno and you select that and we do it again?
Yeah. We probably don't need to capture this one, right? Is this
it's fun.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no. So is this the point where I troll, Kyle? Is that what happens?
Right. This is where you say no.
This is where I steal your Hypno?
This is mine now. Yeah. If you were bad friends, that's how that worked out.
Anyway, I'll see you at Carpool tomorrow. It's like, you just stole my Pokemon.
John, this isn't right, actually. I mean, you saw my roster there. You can, like, plan to attack my
your
weaknesses.
roster now, yeah, but I mean...
That roster won't change. These are my guys.
Why'd you just tell me that? I mean, like, you just...
Okay.
Didn't need to tell me that.
All right. Yeah,
I got it on video.
Now.
And that will likely not be my roster. We'll see. I don't know. I got a week.
Yeah.
Very exciting. Machamp coming back.
So Jones, you have a Machamp now. I'll tell you.
I've traded Pokemon digitally through handheld Nintendo consoles.
And earlier in this episode, even you said, "What would be the point? Why would I trade?
Yeah.
What benefit would that have me?" Yeah, there are Pokemon who for some reason evolve after they've been trading. The traumatic experience of going through that tube forces them into a state of evolution.
And I love that. Can you walk around this in real time, or am I just seeing you?
You can walk around there in real time.
No, but
I see. No.
If you walk around, I'm not like seeing your steps or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. What if I say to Kyle? Like over here. Exclamation point. That's all you got for me.
It's a little Metal Gear Solid thing.
Well, hold on. Don't we got to leave for this or something? Is this gonna like have a heart attack next time we open up and your 3DS isn't nearby?
Perhaps. Yeah. Let's leave. Let's get out of here. Exit. No.
Telling me please wait right now.
I think you just go to reset. I think you just leave. I think you go to reset.
It's saying please wait.
Yeah.
Please wait.
And then it says communication has ended.
Ah.
So there you go. It saves. So yeah, you will have those Pokemon now.
Good thing I saved.
Yeah. No, I mean it won't let you not save.
Oh, it saved before we even went in there. That's right.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And I mean it saves after each trade and things like that.
Oh boy.
Lots
of emotion.
Grimgrin, same thing.
Oh, okay. Ooh. Okay. We don't necessarily have to do that one on camera.
Oh, do you want to do that too?
Maybe later. I don't know if I need to do that now.
Okay.
Because again, I'm not like, come on, Grim, get there.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm not necessarily feeling that. I really like my party at the moment, so.
Okay. All right.
But I like having them in there.
Yeah.
And we'll see. Yeah, maybe I'll do a laundry list of like, okay, I got my trading list, Kyle.
Yeah.
I would like to trade these Pokemon with you if you have the time.
Sure.
We'll do that next time.
Great.
So yeah, I was curious if we were or we're not going to have a show, and I think that was a show.
Oh, we traded, man. We traded live.
That was pretty epic. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, Kyle, always for being here.
Sure.
And for chatting about all this. And we will see you at the very exciting, possibly last episode next week. No promises next week or very soon after of Brandon Plays Pokemon. See you then.